I love the hustle, man.
All net, no rim. We back with another video. I go by the name of Steph. We got Teddy White, Doughboy Bush. Hey, all three of us is in the house today, man. We're going to talk about this De'Aaron Fox thing. It's still ongoing. We are on day 3 or 4 since we heard the news, something like that. Anyways, it's Saturday, February 1st, and we've yet to have a trade. As of now, De'Aaron Fox is still a part of the Sacramento Kings, and I believe they play tonight. Who do they play tonight, Doughboy?
They play.
We're on the road, right?
Yes, I think this is the last. I think this might be the last game of the road trip. I want to say, if I'm not mistaken.
Who we play?
They play
OKC.
Yeah, they play OKC at 5 in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma City. All right. Oh, so about 45 minutes from the time we're filming this right now. So yeah, man. So there's a lot going on. Really, I wanted to see what Teddy White had to say, man. Because me and Doughboy, we had the last clip, and you know, we were just kind of talking about how we felt. I was very vocal about how I felt like a lot of this was De'Aaron Fox's doing. I don't like the position that he's putting the organization in. But a lot of people I'm seeing on Twitter and just a lot of the media is pretty much blaming like a lot of this on the organization. You know what I'm saying? So I've yet to talk to Teddy White about this. Fire off, man. Just, man, however long you need to go. What's your thoughts on this whole De'Aaron Fox and Sacramento Kings thing?
I'm exhausted. I'm tired. It don't make no sense to me.
It don't.
You know nah, it does not at all.
Don't.
We're bringing the pieces in to accommodate your style of play, to accommodate, you know what I'm saying, you being the franchise and the face player, you know what I'm saying, of this city. We brought in pieces in the offseason, right? Started off the season slow, got rid of a coach, came in with pretty much, 14-5 or something like that up under Doug, something similar to that. So it's like things are going in
the right direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my bad. So things is working.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to know where was the disconnect at between the last 11, 12 games with us bringing Doug on. You know what I mean? So I'm just confused. You know what I mean? Maybe this has been going behind the scenes and we haven't known it. You know? But you know what? Hey, man.
Yeah.
If you ain't here.
Nah. And my whole thing has been just to kind of like piggyback off your question, and I don't know the answer, but my theory, my educated guess, you know what I'm saying, from what I'm perceiving, just putting the pieces together is I feel like bruh really been wanting to go. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, and I think I told y'all through the text thread yesterday, but I'm just reiterating here for, you know what I'm saying, anybody watching the video right now. I feel like, in short, I'm going to try to shorten it. He had an issue with Mike Brown to start the season. And you can kind of see, people were already talking about this on the sideline. It's like the chemistry didn't look right when they were talking. And like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it looked like he wasn't really responsive to Mike's direction. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they were interacting, the play on the court was lackadaisical from all the players. You could tell they just weren't playing for their coach, right? So I feel like he wasn't feeling Mike Brown. And then reports started to come out like, oh, one of the star players wasn't feeling Mike Brown. We only got 2 star players. You know what I'm saying? It's not DeRozan. He just got here. You know what I'm saying? So it's Sabonis or Fox. And just from what we've seen, I'm like, okay, it's probably Fox, right? And I know like later on people try to say, oh, it was Sabonis. No, it wasn't. Like Sabonis looked like one of the easiest dudes to get along with, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't Sabonis. So I feel like he wanted Brett gone, and then he tried to create friction thinking, oh, they're not going to get rid of Mike Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to build a culture here. He was coach of the year, and he ain't finna go nowhere. Boom, they fire bruh. And immediately, him and his people like, oh, shit. Like, damn, I ain't think it'd go like that. I didn't think they would choose me over bruh. Like, you know what I mean? So now I feel like him and Rich Paul, bruh, like I said, bro, shout out to Klutch. Them niggas is good at what they do. Them people over there are great at what they do because, again, you don't get with Rich Paul just to sign contracts and negotiate deals. That's bro. Yeah. This is a whole thing about, you know what I'm saying, how to present yourself in the media, create narratives, branding, all that. It's a whole package, right? So he don't want his client to look bad. I feel like then they created a narrative of, oh, now say Mike Brown was your guy. Like, yeah, like let's go that route because they let go of your coach. First of all,
damage control for sure.
Damage control, exactly. You're not, man. The front office is not getting rid of a coach who the superstar player wants to keep. You're not doing that. You're gonna find a way to work it out. And if you're the superstar, aren't you finna rally the troops? Aren't you finna get your guys on board? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, all right, let's turn this around, y'all. Like, you're finna have your coaches back. Instead of when he gets fired, oh, he's still getting paid. Oh, things happen. He's still getting paid. That don't sound like somebody you really, you know what I'm saying, you really rocking with like that. I mean, I'm a very perceptive person. Like when it comes to like, you know what I'm saying, people's body language, how they talk, what they say, I'm picking up on all that. A lot of people don't have that, so I get it. But you guys got to pay attention. You don't say that about somebody you really rock with. So I just feel like all in all, I feel like he's been wanting to go. And then it's like, bro, but I feel like you should have said this before. You should have said this at the end of last season. Because that's when he hired Rich Paul, right? Okay. So that could have changed the draft. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That could have changed free agency. Definitely. That could have changed trade potential. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden, we'll trade me before the deadline. Nigga, it's like a week away. You know what I'm saying? And so you're saying we have to trade you because you're not going to re-sign with the Kings or whatever. It's just like you just put like your selfishness put the organization in a bad spot. And I know a lot of people, a lot of y'all who might be watching this video or whatever might think, oh, Kings, you know what I'm saying? Dysfunctional. But nah, bro, this is De'Aaron Fox, bro. Like I really feel like, because again, like Teddy White just said, we brought people here to accommodate your skill set. You know what I'm saying? They traded Halliburton because it was redundant to have two guards and you know what I'm saying, two ball handling guards in the backcourt. So let's go get a big man to complement De'Aaron Fox. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's just like, bro, like I don't know, man. Like, Dope Boy, what's your thoughts on what I'm saying and what Teddy White just said? I know you and I talked about before, but just to kind of further expand on it if you want. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, no, I mean, you guys put it, you know, as blunt as you could possibly put it. If you felt like you didn't want to go ahead and be here, you know, during that time frame, you did acquire or Rich Paul, you guys came to an agreement for him to now represent you and negotiate your contracts and deals or whatever the case may be. You should have said it then. Hey, look, I'm not happy with the organization. I'm not happy in the direction we're going into. I know I have at that time it was 2 years or a year left on this deal.
It's a year left. So pretty much, so they can keep him and then trade him next year.
Trade him next year. Right.
But if he's only giving the organization one, you know what I'm saying, team he wants to go to, he's putting him in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So my thing is that why now? You know, why did you wait the season? Yeah, timing of it, it was not right. I felt like that should have been something that should have been talked about in summer league. That should have been something that should have been talked about during the summer. Before, like you said, I'm pretty sure they had conversations with DeRozan. I'm pretty sure he had conversations with Monk, and say, hey, look, I'm going to be here long term. I need you guys to go ahead and be here with me and Sabonis, so that way we can go ahead and still compete and be one of the top teams in the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. They always say, man, you're as good as your word. So if your word doesn't hold more weight, then now you're putting everybody else in messed up situations. Because like you said beforehand, DeRozan could have signed with anybody he wanted to go ahead and sign with. Malik Monk could have got more money.
Malik could have got more money.
To stay here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like,
so my thing is that
it's like you affected niggas' lives at this point. Like,
I agree. So if you're gonna tell
to come play with you,
if you're gonna tell your best friend you went to college with, and now aging superstar that's still, you know, productive in the league and go ahead and get the stuff done. Hey, I want you guys to come over here. Yeah, come over here to this culture. Come mess with the Kings, so that way we can go ahead and get us a deeper run into the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden it's like you backpedaling, saying, "Oh, I don't want to go ahead and be here no more." And oh yeah, I only want to go ahead and go to San Antonio.
Only one team.
That nigga to the Shanghai toilet bowl.
Right? No, bro. One team.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
But
you
no.
Day, you don't want to be here no more. What is going on?
I ain't gonna lie. No, but I will say this, Teddy White. Bruh, you called this months ago. You were like, man, you would ask me, hey, should they trade De'Aaron Fox? And you were saying this way before there was any.
We've seen it already.
Any rumors?
Right.
I think you said this last season. You was asking me like, should we trade De'Aaron Fox? I'm like, now why you say that? Like, nah, like, but like now, like,
everything's coming out and he's acting the way he's acting. Yeah, it's definitely not right.
What I'm tired of? I'm tired of guys who've never done nothing who want to try to control the narrative.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to go to San Antonio. Nigga, what have you done for the franchise to say, you know what, we going to send you here? No, send his ass to the Shanghai toilet bowl and let him figure it out.
Hey, my thing is what does San Antonio have outside? Like I said, we talked about it, outside of state taxes.
Wemby.
And when you talk about a roster standpoint,
no, it's not about that. It's not about that. It's three things. I know the other one's going to be. No, it's three things.
The other one's going to be he doesn't want to be the number one guy.
There you go. That's it.
We know that's
it's Wemby. The pressure of being the guy on a franchise, being the franchise guy, state taxes, family in Texas. It's all of it. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, if you don't want to be alpha dog,
then don't portray it. Don't portray it.
Don't
portray it.
I don't want to see you on the front court with the chains on like you're a franchise player. No, come into the gym with some Dockers on when you're not playing and sit in the corner. I don't want to see you acting like a franchise player. You're not that guy. You don't want to be that guy.
You don't want to be that guy.
You want the aura and the energy of the ninth man on the bench. So we're going to treat you like the ninth man on the bench.
All right, so Teddy White, hold that thought, because now I have a question. I got a follow-up question for you.
Go ahead.
For Teddy White first, and then Doughboy, I want you to hit second. Why do you think so many people are leaning towards this whole thing being the organization's fault? Because I don't see it that way. I was telling Doughboy in the last video, I was like, yeah, in certain situations we could say, all right, the Kings, y'all, you made a bad move, or you made a bad draft pick, or you should have got this guy in the trade, but you didn't, or the dysfunctional whole thing, right? That's the narrative everybody wants to run with. But I said, this time, not this time. You know what I'm saying? This time, and I understand it's easy because if you have a thief in your house, right? So who's always stealing something, who's always stealing your food, who's stealing your socks, who's wearing your shoes, you know what I'm saying? A roommate or something, right? And then it's like the one time he don't, it's like, nah, I didn't eat your pizza last night. That was somebody else. Right. I'm like, I understand it because that's been the norm for him, but that time he didn't do it. And I just feel like this time, like, it's not the Kings. So what's your opinion on everybody who just wants to blame the Kings right now? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's when you are the small market team, when you've had a history like the Kings, who's been on a 16, 17 year drought.
It's easy.
You know what I'm saying? Haven't found any consistency. We're always going to get the blame.
Yeah.
Easy scapegoat. Blame it on them.
And I told Doughboy, and I want to know if you agree. I feel like that was an angle that was very easy for Rich Paul and Klutch to use. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very good at what they do.
Thank you.
You know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
That's why they top at that's why they're top of their game.
Right.
When it comes to these players.
And that's why he hired them. That's why he went over there.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? It was for that reason. You know what I'm saying? It was for that reason alone. And I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard the news that he signed with Klutch, I was like, oh, that's dope. But then I thought like, and I didn't say nothing to nobody about it. I was like, why now would you get Rich Paul? And I was like, okay, I know he got the super max deal potential coming. I was like, I'm like, okay, well maybe, I don't know. But now it's making sense.
The math wasn't mathing back then.
It wasn't for me.
It's mathing now, though.
Now it's making sense. I'm like, this is for anybody who feel like this just started or brewed up like a week ago. I feel like this has been in the works with De'Aaron Fox, and that's why I feel like, bro, I'm not gonna call nobody out their name. I don't know, bro, like that. But I just feel like real
niggas know the energy of cats who don't. I don't care how you get. When the game is on and you in front of people and you come on, man. I know fake ass energy.
Yep, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want see. Hey,
and if you don't want to call it fake ass energy,
I'm trying to be PC.
Then let's do this. Let's go off the numbers the last 10 games.
I was trying to be PC. I'll let you fire off, bro.
He said I was trying to be PC.
I was. The last 10 games then.
Nope.
Hey, however Fox want to approach it, we can approach it. All I'm saying is the numbers don't lie. Right?
No, they don't. They definitely don't.
You tell me you just wake up one day and you just start averaging 14, 13,
Thank you, bro.
11.
Like what?
Like, come on. You acting like an emotional beezy right now, and we don't need that. But you want to walk into the gym when you're not playing and have on 9 chains and bling bling earrings on. Nah, you're not that guy. You're not. You're not that guy. You don't want to be that. You want to be the ninth man on the bench who don't get no acknowledgement whether we win or whether we lose. You want to be that guy. Then go get a warehouse job, nigga. Because there's more people in the heart than now in the warehouse. Come on, D. I love you, baby. But I'm not your friend. I'm not your buddy. I'm going to call it what it is.
As you should. I don't see why I hold back.
I spend enough money on y'all. I spend enough money between me and my son during the season to say whatever the hell I want to say as long as it's not disrespectful and it's all facts. You woke up a week ago and just fell off the face of the earth of your game? Come on, man. See, this is the thing I don't like. You letting 9 other people down.
Yeah.
Right? You let 9 other people down. And you act like you just got you just too emotional for me.
That's what I said.
I don't want it. What did he say? What did Coach Singletary say?
I want winners.
Winners. I want winners.
And I can't what?
Can't win with them.
Can't win with them.
Can't coach them. Can't do it.
Can't coach them. Nope. Not at all. Not one bit.
And just now we're talking about the coaching part. Again, going back to what I was saying about 5 minutes ago when I said like the interactions between Mike Brown and Fox, like on the court, you could see when he was like trying to have a coaching moment with him, like pull him to the side.
There.
And you could just tell he was just not.
It was disengaged. He wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't like, there for sure.
That's these entitled players. That's 20 coming into these leagues. This is what I'm saying. The game is going to be messed up. There's no way that Popovich, Thibodeau, all these hard-nosed coaches that coach like. How am I going to coach you powder puffs when y'all complain? Right?
He called them powder puffs.
Accountability, and all of a sudden you don't like me now? Because
thank you.
Listen,
thank you.
Listen,
why are you taking?
Let me tell you something, Fox. Let me tell you something. I make $19.13 at a goddamn hour, and if my boss over there tell me get your shit together, nigga, because these niggas over here, hey, they depend on you in here. Guess what I'm going to do?
You get it together, or walk out the door. One or two options. What you gonna do?
You know what, Fox? You got me riled up today on all that no rim.
You ain't showing no rest today. You come out the gates with
muscle memory, curry muscle memory. Get me in front of the rim. Just get me in front of the rim. I don't understand this. I've been brewing on this. I've been sitting quietly. I've been watching. You know what I'm saying? You watch the game. What is energy kind of off? You know what I'm saying?
It's been like
what he remind me of? It remind me of, right, when I got in trouble before a game, right? And my mama gave me that lecture before the game. And on the way to get to the game, I ain't doing shit. You know what? Yeah. I ain't about to. I'm gonna mess up today on purpose.
That's what I'm saying.
I just ain't in it. That's his energy.
But see, I ain't gonna lie. I'm so glad you saying this right now because I've been holding back a bit. On the last video, I held back a bit. I kind of went in, but I held back a lot because I kind of felt the same way how you saying. I'm like, bro, like I'm looking at the you know what I'm saying, the box scores of these games. Fox 11 points.
What else?
Fox 2 assists, 13 points. Okay, all right, yeah, 17. Okay, 20. Oh, okay. All right, now we're back down to 20. Like, and I'm just looking, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? In losses, not to mention, I want to say it was one of Mike Brown's last games. It might have been his last game against Detroit when De'Aaron Fox fouled dude in the corner and he hit the free throws and won the game.
And then
he was like kind of like nonchalant about it, like laughing about it. And like a lot of people didn't like that. See, y'all forgot about all y'all dysfunctional organization people. Y'all forgot about that. A lot of y'all dysfunctional organization people, y'all ain't been looking at that box score. A lot of y'all dysfunctional organization people haven't been really paying attention to the interactions between the coach and the players and it's the overall chemistry. A lot of y'all dysfunctional organization people are not looking at when De'Aaron Fox is out and how the team looks gelled and together and cohesive. You know what I'm saying? It looks different. I had somebody ask me when he was hurt, when you remember when he fell, he got undercut by Jaren Jackson. And he was out for like 4 or 5 games or whatever. I had somebody ask me like, "Hey, do the Kings look better without De'Aaron Fox?" And I was like, nah, because but now it's like, but the reason they look better is not because De'Aaron Fox. Let's get this straight. He's a hell of a player. I'm a hell of a player. But when you have somebody who's a hell of a player, who's disengaged, who don't want to be here, and you have them on the court for 30 minutes a night, it's gonna affect the other guys on the court. It's naturally, even if they don't want it to, they're trying to do their jobs or whatever. It's going to affect you. Just like
I would say this. This is one of the first times where he's been in this situation, so I can understand. It's a little uncomfortable.
Yes,
right. You hear your name,
but you don't gotta act like that. Be a professional though.
Yeah, you don't have that. Like
you don't gotta
sure.
act like that.
Definitely don't have that. Like
but
that.
you don't have to act like. And here's my thing, bro. It's just like, again, if you want out, I'm not even mad at you wanting out. It's a couple things I'm personally upset about for the Kings and the Kings fans, for us as fans, because a lot of y'all who are perceiving this thing all wrong, and like, we can't change y'all minds. If you want to blame the organization, whatever. But a lot of you guys are perceiving this wrong. This is on De'Aaron Fox. But the reason I'm upset for y'all and us as supporters of the Kings is this move could potentially set us back years. The progression that we've made the last 5.
Definitely.
If say he leaves, right? Say Sabonis is like, all right, well, I want to go to a contender. We already heard DeRozan pretty much say, hey, if he, in so many words, he's saying, if Bro goes, I want out.
I'm out. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Malik Monk say the same thing, being that he took less money to be a part of it. And one of his reasons in the summer, I remember he was saying, I feel like we're building something here.
Mm-hmm.
De'Aaron Fox, you're crumbling the whole shit.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a player,
who crumbles the whole empire?
Hey, who crumbles the whole?
Yeah, exactly.
Who crumbles the whole empire?
But deliberately though. I can see I can see if this thing's if you got
sometimes
hurt.
It's done deliberately, Steph. Sometimes it's done not.
Yeah, he's on his. Hey,
who crumbles the empire?
Hey, he is on his Nino Brown hype right now.
If I go down,
he's on his. If I go down, everybody going down.
But again,
well. He's on his Nino Brown hype right now.
So back to what I was saying. That's one of the reasons why I'm upset for the fans, because it could potentially set us back, because
especially if you don't get the right trade.
There you go. Because with him only narrowing in on one team, the options are limited. Like, and then I'm hearing San Antonio don't want to give up Castle or Vassell.
Nope.
Vassell, I think it is. Vassell or Castle. So I'm like,
they're
not coming off him.
No, they're not coming off Castle.
And guess what? And guess what? See, but I hate that because they have the leverage, because they know, like, all right, y'all can keep him another year. He'll be with us next year. So you take these crumbs or whatever. Like, and see, it's just, come on, man. It's like
the leverage factor.
The leverage. Why would you do that to this fan base, bro? Why would you do that to like the city?
Why would you do that to your teammates?
To your teammates, bro. Why would you do that to the niggas who signed here for you? That makes no sense.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Here's my thing. Here's my question. I would love to know what was so bad that you had to do it like this.
I think
what was so bad that you had?
I think it was the timing, bro. It was the perfect time for him to come out to say this, because they did come off as losing in the first half of the season. So when you're losing the first half of the season, it's easy for you to say, okay, well, you know what? I've been here for like the last 7-8 years. I think they've only made the playoffs maybe
with that.
Once or twice in his whole years of being here.
My issue with that.
Go ahead.
You're a huge reason for the losing. You're the cornerstone. You're the guy, right? You're the friend. Here's my thing.
Accountability.
Thank you, Teddy White. Hey, and I said this in the text, right? And I want to say this on video. Can I ask y'all a question? And this is for everybody who's watching the video, and for y'all too. And it's kind of rhetorical, but I kind of want y'all to answer too. What would Shai Gilgeous-Alexander do with Sabonis, Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, Keegan Murray, shooters like Doug McDermott?
Well, it'd be a top 5 in the West.
Hey, they would be.
No, because if you look at OKC, besides Jalen Williams, who's maybe one day might be an all-star, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who's you got Chet, who's been hurt. He ain't played all
got
season.
Chet.
He hasn't played all season.
Exactly.
But I would take. I feel like Sabonis is better than Chet right now. And
of course, yes, without a doubt, for sure.
So if Shea is able to bring those guys up and make them the number one team in the Western Conference, De'Aaron Fox, you can't get these guys top 6, 7, 5. You have a better roster. You have a better foundation.
Yes.
Than Shea Gilgeous-Alexander when it comes to players.
It's everybody else's fault.
It's everybody else's fault.
Why do you think the coach got fired?
It's everybody else's fault.
Why do you think it's everybody else's
fault?
Look, these new age youngsters, man, they all
they go home and they complain to the people in their house, and the people in their house don't tell their ass to take some accountability. That's what's going on.
I was just going to say that. Take accountability. Take accountability. You are a professional athlete.
I go home after getting blew out for 30. You know what my woman gonna tell me?
Step it up. Figure it out. Yeah.
Figure it out for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He probably go home and it's everybody else's fault.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Maybe we don't need you to score 34.
Hey, but no. But some nights,
that's a good point.
No. But some nights, maybe we do. But maybe we do. Because guess what? Again,
that's what the greats do. They figure it out.
I love the Shea Gilgeous comparison because he's a point guard in a small market. You know what I'm saying? Kind of working with guys. But again, the reason I said that is because I feel like we have a better roster.
Nah, of course. King's got a way better overall.
We have a better roster than OKC.
Yes. 110% agree.
That's it.
And if he can do it, the Kings thought you were that guy. They put the trust and gave you the keys.
And gave you the keys
for you to be our Shea. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For you to kind of take us to the top and all right, we're down 5, take the ball. You know what I'm saying? Shea's gonna hit that 3. He's gonna get an assist. He's gonna, you know what I'm saying, get to the rack and get to the free throw line. I've watched it. He's been doing it all season. That's all he does. When he needs to take over, it's why De'Aaron Fox.
What his team needs him to do in the moment.
Yes.
Right? He does it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
My lady told me 2 weeks ago, damn, start passing it to the. You know what? Y'all lost the week before. You gotta stop doing one-on-one, Jared. You're doing too much one-on-one. Give it to the block. You got a big man. Then cut. I didn't want to hear that shit. Do you think I wanted to hear it? No. But that next Sunday came around in that adult league, and guess what I was doing? I was cutting. I was giving it to the big man on the block. And guess what happened? We got a dub. Came back the next week. I did it again. We got another dub. Consistency.
Now, okay.
Come home and look in the mirror.
Oh God!
And said my team is losing in the adult league because I'm not doing what they need me to do. 3-game win streak. 3-game win streak. 3. Since I got my stuff together.
Hey, Teddy White, preach that again, my brother.
Okay. So again, all right. So I do kind of want to like just talk about the other side of organization. What do you think the organization possibly did to, contribute to this happening at this point of the season and for this team to happen right now, to fire Mike Brown, your star player wants to leave now. What do you, cause I know Doughboy, you kind of had like more, you were kind of more, I don't want to say you were leaning on that side, but you were kind of playing contrarian and being like, well, what about, or what if? So what are your thoughts as far as like the organization's role in this whole thing?
Well, I felt like, and I said it beforehand on the latest podcast.
I just want to be fair.
Yeah. And I'm being fair in this whole situation too, as I do feel like the organization did not step up and play damage control when they need to go ahead and play damage control.
You talking about for the Mike Brown? You talking about for the Mike Brown?
For the Mike Brown situation, has anybody spoke about that at all in that front office?
I'm 1,000% agree with that. I do agree with that. But
there was no statements that was made at all.
Before you continue, I want to say I don't feel like that warrants. Oh, I'm out of here. Oh my God, no damage control. Oh, trade me.
The thing about it is that
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, the thing about it is that also too as well. That could be part of it, but then you also got to look at it too. When I was seeing you certain tweets that I would go ahead and see through some of these reputable sports people. They were saying the fact that with him, Mike Brown, there were trades out there. They didn't take the John Collins trade. I guess he declined because he didn't like him as a player. Who else was it that he declined? That he didn't want to go ahead and trade for? Time for somebody else too. I know John Collins and somebody else, and Mike Brown did not neither one
Ingram.
of them to make them better.
Ingram, I understand though.
Damn, why you understand with Ingram?
Personality, character, probably team, not available as much.
I don't think he needs a ball in his hands to really be effective. He's not a defender. He's not like a assist guy, not a playmaker. He needs the ball to score. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So my thing is that, to lastly say what I was going to say in regards to the whole defending of the thing of the I guess the other side of it being the management. They haven't made any trades to possibly get better at all.
But see, here's why I gotta push back on that a bit, because I don't want to say that, because it might not be trades, but you did acquire DeMar DeRozan, who was a huge upgrade from Harrison Barnes' 4 points a night. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course. But my thing was that we talked about it. You drafted guards. You know what I mean? We talked about how they don't have, once you get past the bonus, you get in foul trouble, bro. The next biggest person you got is what? Lyles? Murray?
We've been talking about that.
They're both undersized for that position. So my thing is, if I'm a player and I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, damn, I'm looking at other teams and how they're big.
Okay.
And then if AD goes down, they got Christie. You know, what's the two players out there in Houston? With their two bigs that's out there.
Okongwu and you know what I'm saying?
So if one of them go down, guess what? You got another one that's gonna go ahead and step right on in. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say they're superstars, you know what I'm saying? But they come in and help out and contribute in aspects that you need for you to go ahead and win games. Once they go ahead and go past that, once the bonus gets in foul trouble, bro, or he's hurt or something like that, it's over with.
I completely agree.
You're not getting no production out of Alex Len.
I completely agree.
So my thing is like when you sit back, you're like, damn, okay, we need big men, and they're not making the moves for us to do so. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting mad now.
All right, so Teddy White, what he just said, do you feel like that warrants De'Aaron Fox to be acting like that at this point in his career? Not having the extra big or that one extra guy off the bench. Like, even though you re-signed your man Monk, who's your partner, he could have got more somewhere else. You bring in DeRozan, again, huge upgrade from what you had production wise from Harrison Barnes. You know what I'm saying? Top 20 scorer in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? All time. You know what I'm saying? So do you feel like even when you bring in DeRozan, and you could potentially get somebody else, there's been talks of like a Cam Johnson or something like that. I know we've been hearing the Collins thing for a while. Hasn't happened, but, you know, I mean, potentially, something still could have happened, but do you feel like he just got impatient? What do you think? Do you feel like all of that, just having that one extra guy warrants him asking for a trade right now?
I think it's a lot of things, especially when going to this trading talk and dealing with Sacramento. It's a lot of things that's done behind the scenes to these small market teams that aren't fair. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as a player,
you've always said that. You've always said that.
You know what I mean? I might as well go to the big market if they pretty much sabotaging every time we try to go make a trade and then go put it out in the open or something like that. To, you know what I mean? To set us back on a trade.
Right.
As far as B was saying, as far as what he was going on, I mean, at the end, just come to work.
That's what I said.
You're doing the best thing. You're doing the best job that you wanted to do since you was a child. Just work. Just come to work.
Just come to work.
Everything else is gonna fall into play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You being the leader of the team, the face of the team. You got your ass on your shoulders. Everybody else's ass gonna get on their shoulders. And I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? I was always taught, don't show that you injured on the court. And I done seen this thing get injured on the court all last 11 games with no injury, emotionally. And I'm not saying that this is not a hard thing to deal with. I'm not saying that, right? It's hard enough to go to a regular job and know that you're about to walk into the office to a write-up. Right? But I still got to do my job.
You still got to do
your job.
You know what I'm saying? Still got family to feed.
Yeah.
Because there's people that's depending on me, right? So if you got a problem with an organization, which is fine, That's cool. But my thing is, what the fan base and your teammates outweigh any organization.
I think that's where I'm at. I think for me, that's where I'm at. And especially when you're De'Aaron Fox. Because, okay, you got to the playoffs 2 seasons ago. Last season was a disappointing season. I feel like a lot of that was due to Harrison Barnes. You didn't get anything out of him. And Herter being inconsistent. So you all right, so when you're front office, you go get DeRozan, you re-sign Monk. Great moves. Now, again, all right, so I'll kind of play contrarian devil's advocate for the other side, right? If you're De'Aaron Fox, I probably would have been upset at that lottery pick because I feel like you could have got a serviceable backup that could play 12 minutes a night, that you didn't have to use your seventh lottery pick on that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's kind of like an uncertainty. So it's kind of like I'm not saying Brett's going to be trash. We don't know. And we talked about that though. He said that the last 4 or 5 years the Kings have been drafting nothing but guards. Keegan Murray.
Who's left? This is my thing, Fox. Who's left? Who's left?
You?
8, 9, and 10. Fox. And my thing is, stop crying. The people that they're drafting, we know they're not better than you, Fox.
Yeah,
we need a backup point guard.
Yeah.
And since you want to have the hoochie of the attitude of a hoochie, we got to go draft a point guard because we can't depend on you mentally. Go in the mirror and go check yourself, dog.
Yeah. And you know what? And
we gotta stop calling on these.
Yeah. You know what I was gonna say that. I feel like we're.
They want all the praise.
We're in the league now. Yes.
And we doing the NBA, the fan club, and you come out with 10 chains, and everybody giving you a standing ovation because they think you the face of the organization. No, you're not.
Yeah, not at all.
I don't like that energy.
I think this is a bonus team for 2 reasons: the production and. One thing I don't think I've ever watched a game to where I've questioned his effort. Not one game.
Right.
There's been a few. There's been a few to where I've questioned the effort of De'Aaron Fox, bruh.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
There's been a few to where I've questioned the effort. I've never once looked at Sabonis. I'm like, oh, he ain't bring it tonight. Even when his stats don't show it, his effort is going to show it. Like his energy is going to show it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is Sabonis' team now, and I hope if De'Aaron Fox moves on, if they trade him, because I know they're still. I heard Vivek flew down to OKC to go meet with Fox and his people to see if they can work this whole thing out. But if they're not able to, I hope they're able to get decent compensation back. But the main thing I hope for the team and for the city and for the Kings fans is that this doesn't break up the Sabonises, the DeRozans, the Fox, the Monks, because if we're able to keep those 3 and build around that, I still feel like we have a really good core. If we can go get another one, now you can go get maybe an Ingram, just to be a scorer.
Chef?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Listen to you talk. Why is Vivek hopping in the plane like he Jerry Krause to go meet Jordan? We are ranked 11 in the West, and you getting on the plane to go coddle this man.
I mean,
so
no. You know what?
Let me ask you this question.
Go ahead.
This question, B. If Fox left today, where are we gonna fall to? We might go up the ladder.
You know what? It kind of what you guys. Kind of what you guys were saying.
Didn't do it.
Hey, kind of what you guys were saying beforehand. The team has looked better at times when De'Aaron Fox was not. We witnessed that. We witnessed that. We seen it, and it's okay. Now get yours off, bro.
I'm just irritated.
Get yours off, man.
No, I've been irritated too, but I just feel like I think it's frustrating. It's frustrating, bro.
As a Kings fan and organization, to where it's like Simp said, it has been bad for over 16 years,
and we were finally building something.
16.
And I just kind of
now you mean to tell me that you want to go ahead and set this franchise back again? To appease
and again, I know
to go to a smaller market and a worse team.
Again, I want to say there's another small market team.
I'm back 12.
Oh no, I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you. And again,
definitely not the small market
playing devil's advocate, I know the future of the Kings, I mean, if he's not here, is not his responsibility or his problem. And I get that. But I would
Right.
think that if you're a guy like him, you'd be like, man, I don't want to see this organization and these fans in a bad spot. So let me do what I can to kind of like, all right, let me give you 3 teams. You know, like.
Well, that's kind of what he's doing. He kind of said, well, I don't want to be here, and here go the team.
But
like,
no, here goes the team. But if you
exactly,
but if you give us 3, but here's the thing.
There.
If you give us 3, all right, say you said Houston, Miami, San Antonio. Okay, now we have options because now maybe you can work a 3-team deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
but these guys who never ran nothing, we just had this conversation stuff the other day. The guys that never done anything keep controlling their destiny.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. Send him to the Shanghai toilet bowls.
No, but here's the thing, right? Now you're talking about a bigger problem. This is an NBA problem. That right there, what you just said, the NBA, the inmates are running the asylum in the NBA. It's not like that in the NFL. It's not.
No, it's not.
And that's the one thing I will say. I know a lot of people don't like the control that the owners have in the NFL, but when you think about it, you kind of need that. Like, you kind of need somebody to control what's going on as a whole when it comes to the business and the league. That's why there's so much parity in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Teddy White, your Rams got to the play. Who would have picked the Rams to go to the playoffs? Like,
none of it.
And won a game. And won a game.
Came together.
None of us.
Who would have thought that? You know what I'm saying? Who would have thought the Commanders would have been, you know what I'm saying? But that's because the way the NFL is structured, you never know who's coming out. But the NBA, the players are running, they control everything, and we pretty much know. And again, we've had more parity lately, you know what I'm saying? Denver Nuggets, they kind of did it homegrown. All their guys are pretty much drafted besides like Aaron Gordon, but they drafted Murray, Jokic, and Porter Jr., you know what I'm saying?
Jr.,
So, and they won a championship. You know what I'm saying? Giannis got drafted, you know what I'm saying? And he won a championship. So, I mean, it's getting a little, better in that regard. But as far as the player empowerment, man, like, I know Adam Silver likes that, but I mean, sometimes it gets a little bit out of control, especially when you're saying, I want to go there. And like, it shouldn't just,
you know
what I'm saying?
So my thing is who do you think player empowerment, and I'm going to go ahead and go.
Say it again.
Control. I said, who do you think started that whole player empowerment? And I want to go ahead and choose my destination.
The guy who he hired, Klutch Sports, Rich Paul, LeBron James. Like, and again,
the Bronny's fans don't want to hear that. The Bron fans don't want to.
Well, I mean, it's facts. It's facts. It's facts. And
the
guy who won. That's who created.
I'll say that though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's regarded as one or two best players to ever play in the NBA.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I mean, that's a whole lot different when you're talking about a guy who made a playoffs once, who's demanding, I want to go there, and you're going to send me there.
At that point, it's like, you know what? I might take it. You know what? That's Bron. I might take heed what he's saying. When we got these guys in the middle of nowhere, I get it. You've been balling.
Yeah.
Nobody's not taking none of that away. You've been balling.
Yeah.
My thing is, I just looked it up right now. So far, underneath Doug Christie's coaching, they are 11-5. 11-5 since Doug
that's damn good.
You mean to tell me also too as well with the rotational players, what you talked about before, Steph, as far as Doug Christie cutting back on the workouts and not having very intense workouts and practices and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's changing.
The players coach.
And let's be real.
Players coach.
You guys, players coach for sure. Because he used to play.
And you want to leave that.
Yes, and you want to leave this to go ahead and go to San Antonio and do what?
Figure it out.
Because the thing about it is that, hey, look, man, the grass is never always greener on the. If you really want to go ahead and go over there to San Antonio and be, a play-in team or a team that might not make, you're gonna be more and more frustrated. You can be like,
all right. So that's an angle.
I left one organization where we were losing to another one.
So let's kind of end it with this topic. So I want to segue into a topic to where you kind of like you just said something. Let's talk about San Antonio.
Okay.
All right. So if he gets traded to the San Antonio Spurs, how would that team look? De'Aaron Fox and Wemby in the Western Conference. Now, I think that people like De'Aaron Fox are probably looking at, all right, in the next 2-3 years, Wemby going to be, but can he really be dominant? Like, it's looking at him, right? Do you see like that dog, like to where he could just, remember how Giannis just took over the MVP year and went, you know what I'm saying? Like, or in the finals when he took over, when he was, I think he was down 2 to the Suns, and he just came back when, like, Kobe, like, does he have that in him? Like, remember Dirk Nowitzki, you know what I'm saying, in the finals, D Wade, like, does he have that? Because he's gonna
4 or 5 years away from that.
But will he ever
Within
get
the next 4 or 5 years?
Will he ever get there?
What have we done?
Will he ever?
I say 2 years. I say about a year or 2, but he needs to experience it.
So y'all think he can get there?
I think he can. I mean,
he's showing it, but
he's showing it now. Yeah.
Well, no. He's showing skill, but is he showing dominance? Is he showing like face of the league, best player in the league?
No, not right now. No,
not right now.
I think you got to be that. If you're in San Antonio, you got to be that.
He can get there.
It's a big shoes to fill.
He's better than what Giannis was.
I don't even think he's going to have a better career than Tim Duncan.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
That's gonna be hard. That's big ring.
Five. That's 5.
5. That's big shoes to fill.
People forget he got up out of here with 5 rings. People forget.
Yes,
he got 5 and got up out of here on you niggas. Like, hey, people forget about Tim.
Hey, a quiet 5.
Quiet 5.
That was the quietest 5 rings, bro. Like,
the most dominant power forward of our generation.
I don't think he's gonna be as good as Tim Duncan.
Not at all. No, nowhere close.
And I'm not even talking about the rings though.
No, I'm talking about like all around as far as the athletic ability to be able to be dominant on the opposite side of the ball and be dominant on the other side.
And this is not me hating on Wemby, but I just don't feel like you mentioned the dope boy, the grass not always being greener. I don't feel like if De'Aaron Fox goes down there, that ought to make him like, oh my God, like, oh, watch out for that dude.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like on the outside looking in, if Wemby got a player around him and like brought him up, would be like a Draymond Green. If Draymond was in that locker room to be able to go and kind of guide him, I think he'd be able to pull that alpha dog out of Wemby and get him more of a attitude type person.
But
you know
also
I mean?
too, that's why they don't want to get rid of Castle, because I feel like if you have because they believe him, bro. If you could develop him to be that wing, so then you got a wing, Wemby and Fox, yeah. And I'm sure you would get some free agents to come down there and play with y'all.
Yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying? They definitely some free agents to come play here.
You know, but I just feel like, you know, if you're Fox, you're kind of, if you go down there, if you really think about it, that team's at least 3 years away from really competing for anything. By that time, you're 30 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying that's super old because, you know, but for you, I think at that point, you'd be a 10-year vet, probably approaching the backside of your prime.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, maybe it's not about championships, man. Maybe it's about just personal.
Man, when you get to that level, it has to be championships. It's either championships or nothing at all. Get your paycheck for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But your ultimate goal when you get to a professional level, whether it's soccer, baseball, football, basketball, hockey, whatever.
Yeah.
Your ultimate goal as a kid, man, you always want to. You know, you want to cement a legacy of being a winner and bringing the franchise up.
Teddy White, last thoughts, man. Oh, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Last thoughts. What's your last thoughts?
Yep. On what?
just
Oxygenator?
All right, let's say this.
The
So I'm gonna give y'all a question.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
This time next week, will De'Aaron Fox be a Sacramento King? Next Saturday.
Yep.
Doughboy.
If it still stays at San Antonio only, as being his only trade destination,
You say no, or you?
I would say no. Unless Vivek and them just, you know, be like, all right, well, we'll be cool with draft picks. Go ahead, Fox.
I wonder.
Riddance.
I would love to know what exactly his issue is. Is it the roster? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a Mike Brown coach thing because I don't think he liked bruh. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they fell out. But is it the roster? Did he feel like maybe he didn't like the draft? Remember DeMarcus Cousins didn't like the draft picks? I wonder if it was like, why? Who's this? You know what I'm saying? You know.
Well, I mean,
so maybe not.
I would definitely say the draft picks probably has a lot of weight on that pie when you think about it. Because, like I said, the years that he's been in the league, I think we broke it down on one of these episodes on these podcasts where we broke it down to every draft that they've had in the past 6-7 years. At least out of that, I want to say at least a good 4 or 5 of them joints was point guards, maybe even more. Since Fox has been on this team,
Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, and Carter. That's 3 point guards.
Has there been anybody out there? There was somebody else who that was
well, he was a point guard that we drafted in the last. You know what I'm saying? And then
So basically, you're looking at like, well, taking these guards, and like Teddy said earlier, we brought in some of these guards to go ahead and be the backup point guard for you. So that way, if you did go ahead and go down with, or if you needed to go ahead and spare your time to go ahead and sit on the bench, then we got somebody that's going to go ahead and come in there and compete, go ahead and keep this team going. I would have to say probably Draper, being one of them. And like I said, man, being on a team and continuously keep losing year in and out, man.
Losing.
After, yeah.
But see, it's almost weird though, because like, okay, you've been losing, but then it's like as soon as you see the team like trying to improve and like
progress,
let's say you kind of see the light at the end of the time, like, oh, Sabonis, okay.
They literally just
maybe I could build with this, and now you want to leave? It's like as soon as they get to this point, now it's like like what?
Was that 2022? Was it when they went ahead and went, or 23 when they went ahead and pushed the Golden State Warriors that year?
Yeah, that was 2 seasons ago. So yeah,
2 seasons ago, you guys almost pushed the NBA champions to a game 7.
No, it was game 7.
Well, game 7. I mean, it goes to the next round.
And if he didn't score 50, they would have won that game. If he didn't score 50,
so you're tasting some of the success of getting into the playoffs. Why would you want to go ahead and leave that?
And do you and then like I want to end it here. Do you really think that going to San Antonio, you're going to get a taste, a better chance of winning in the playoffs and get a taste of the playoffs down there?
Hey,
I just don't see it right away. I don't like
the way this Western Conference is set up and the way it's looking like right now. Stats from looking at these overall.
Houston's going to continue to get better. OKC's not going nowhere. Minnesota's not going nowhere. Memphis ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Minnesota, I figure out they act, but Phoenix ain't going nowhere. Dallas ain't.
Yeah. And we're just talking about the years in the next 2, 3, 4 years.
3 years, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if the Kings can keep the majority of this team, the bulk of this team together, if you can go get one more piece, if they fall out of the playoffs and you can go get a point guard in the draft, like a really good solid point guard, like, or maybe you could trade for somebody. I don't know. I mean, but Malik Monk has been going crazy with the assists. I want to say he's been averaging like 7 assists since Fox been out. So
shouts out to the Monk.
Shouts out to Monk, bro. But hey man. So
and they play tonight too, so they're ready to play.
So Dope Boy, you said he will or will not be a king by this time next week.
If I was to go to Vegas and be a betting man,
what would you say?
I would probably say no. I'd probably say he wouldn't be a king because I feel like the Kings are gonna go ahead and do some Kings things.
I just feel like
they've been doing, and they're gonna go ahead and trade him for a bag of peanuts, bro.
But it's not their choice. But he's forcing that. How could you trade him for anything when the guy's saying, "I'm going there, and there's nothing you can do about it. Don't trade me nowhere else because I'm not going to stay there. So you have to trade me there."
You got to worry about him playing for you, and there you go ahead and get the best player possible as he remains on your roster for the next year.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm keeping his ass, nigga. You gotta
play devil's advocate. But I mean, is he gonna play for you?
Well,
he's gonna continue to compete.
He has to. You won't get paid. What you gonna do?
I mean, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, nigga, what?
You don't have to. You don't have to.
You're in the contract.
Hey, look, Teddy White just said it. You know what I'm saying beforehand. Now, I know he's frozen right now, but he said it beforehand. Like, you get 32 from me. You get 11 from him. You get another 20. You get 10, 10, 10. I see what you said.
So yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And we haven't even gotten to. He's probably part of that, but these players being controlled by the mob and the whole betting thing and stuff like that too as well. So another piece probably that BS.
I'm gonna say I feel like he will be a Sacramento King next Saturday.
I mean, yeah.
Teddy White is frozen. We pretty much he lit that camera up, man. He was on fire today, man.
Hey, look, he looked like, man. Hey, that's the meme right there. That's gonna be the meme right there for when some stupid shit happened. The meme right there, but that face right there.
Oh shit!
I can't believe it. I can't believe this shit happened.
Hey, let me get a solo on that shot.
Get a solo. Please get a solo on this. Get a solo on this, bro. Please do.
Man. On that note, Ram, man. Stelter producer. We got man.
I thought you were about to get me. I thought you were about to get me.
Oh, he dropped out.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone.
He dropped out, man. On that note, Ram, man, we're gonna be back. You know what I'm saying, with another video, probably early next week. We'll kind of touch back and see what happens with a trade, a potential trade, and we're gonna talk about that. The trade deadline is what, like the 8th or something like that. When is it? So
trade deadline is the 8th.
Okay, so
I want to say
we'll be back before then, and we'll definitely be back after the trade deadline. So if you got through this whole video, I felt like it was really entertaining, man. I would love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments. Let us know what you thought about anything that we touched on today.
It's February 6th. Sorry.
So that's 5 days from here.
5 days from now.
So that's why I said next Saturday will he be? Yeah. So yeah, man, we'll be back. We'll be back at it next week with a couple videos for you guys to consume. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this was definitely this pod was on fire today. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll be back next week.
Yes, sir.